Rachel, I want to start with you. Low expectations going in for Governor Palin. That we can establish, we can stipulate that. Did she exceed them?
She met I'd say she met the expectations in terms of not being willing to discuss policy, not being willing to discuss too much substance or detail. The question really for me was whether or not she was going to meet the higher expectations on personality and poise. And that, I actually think she didn't meet those expectations. She was certainly very folksy, but almost in a frenetic, cartoonish, gimmicky way. And I will tell you the two moments at which I thought it came across as almost a little bit mean rather than likable. And one was when she told Joe Biden, "Your joke was lame, nobody got it." And it was this sort of bracing moment. And another moment was when Joe Biden choked up. Joe Biden is an emotional guy. We've all seen him cry in speeches. He does it. And when he referenced having not known whether a child was going to pull through, obviously referencing his sons having been injured and having lost his daughter in that car accident so long ago at the beginning of his political career, she responded by talking about John McCain as a maverick in a talking points forced, unsympathetic, unemotional, sort of inhuman way. And so I think when you pair that with the sort of gimmickry of the folksiness, that the winking at the camera and all the rest of it, it actually seemed like she was portraying a character rather than portraying somebody who you might like to spend time with.
I'll let you bring in Pat. You two talk amongst yourselves. Pat, your take?
My take is that Sarah Palin was sensational tonight. She not only met the expectations, I think she wiped up the floor with Joe Biden, quite frankly. She is personable, she is young, she's got a sense of humor. She looks straight into the camera while Joe's talking to Gwen all evening long. I thought she didn't make a mistake, not a foot fault in the whole thing. And people ask about, does she have the detail to answer the questions? I was astonished at how well she did. I sat with some Democratic ladies who were astonished at how well she was doing. I can tell you this, David, there are conservatives and Republicans across America who are not only breathing a sigh of relief because, yes, as was said before this show by Mr. Feynman, we were nervous. I think that she has done a sensational job, and I think she has recaptured that magic she had out there at the convention, and she is dead right. She should stay away from these filters, sitting down with these people, getting into her face. She is terrific at what she did here. And I can tell you, I think the McCain campaign, given the economic problems, I don't know if they can turn this around. But if it can be turned around, I think she has done it in the sense that of the four debaters we've seen, she was the most interesting, attractive of them all.
Pat, do you think that it matters that she was referencing General McClellan as being in charge in Afghanistan? I mean, I'm assuming she's talking about the Civil War general there. I mean, it's General McKiernan. Does it matter that she talked about expanding the role of the vice presidency or coming out of Cheney, having essentially been universally viewed in the country as having expanded the powers of the vice presidency beyond their natural reach?
I think this is picayune, to be very honest. I mean, look, generals' names, somebody mentioned Shia there. I'm not sure if it was Sia or Sunni they should be talking about. Take a look at the overall impression of an hour and a half of folks listening to this. She was riveting. Joe, excuse me, he is boring. He was relentless, remorseless. John McCain this, John McCain that. Look at how many charges of dumb things McCain did. There must have been 150.
Boring but right versus exciting Biden, and wrong. That's America's choice.
Biden, look, she won that debate, and you know it as well as I do.
The next person that winks at me, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to take it after tonight. David, back to you.
Rachel.